Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Chrissy and Tulip, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Tulip's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we give her while we are working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Chrissy is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and she's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in her right hand, leaving her left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Tulip's been fitted with her own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. As you can see, Tulip is seated very nicely on Chrissy's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first exercise they're going to demonstrate is heeling, which is proper walking on a leash. Chrissy and Tulip are going to take off doing that now, and the command you want to use for this is Tulip heel.
Tulip heel.
And we've also gone ahead and incorporated an automatic sit. As you see right there, anytime Chrissy stops her feet, Tulip will sit. It's important during the heeling exercise that Tulip walks at your pace on your left hand side, as she's been trained to do. She shouldn't pull ahead or try to lag behind. You want to use a lot of motivation with a little dog as they're heeling alongside you. Okay, there's an automatic sit. And the next exercise we're going to demonstrate is the stay command. The stay is a hand and voice command. Chrissy's going to use the open flat of her left palm an inch or so from Tulip's muzzle and the one-word command to stay.
Stay.
She then walks out to the end of the training leash. Oops, she started to go down there.
Stay.
Repositions her and starts the command again. It's a great exercise to build self-control in Tulip. You want to start this one at a low increment of about a minute and work your way up to about 3. And when Chrissy returns back to Tulip, she's going to walk all the way around her, providing an added distraction as she goes behind and right back to that left-hand side heel position. She gives her a little praise and they take off heeling again. And we'll show you some more of the heel to sit and the stay. There's an automatic sit there.
Stay.
She gives her the stay again. And back out on the leash. She went down one more time. We'll reposition her.
Stay.
Repeat the command. And this time she'll demonstrate the recall or the come command instead of returning back. You want to call Tulip in to you using her name in a nice voice. She comes in, sits nicely right in front of you. And then we have an exercise called the finish, where Tulip heels around the back and right back to your left hand side. It sits very nicely. Demonstrate it one more time. Leave her in a sit stay. Out to the end of the leash. You call her in using her name. She comes in, sits nicely right in front. And then the finish, where she heels around the back to get right back to your left hand side and sits nicely. And they're off heeling again. It's a good time to remind you want to practice all of your commands. You can practice inside and outside your home and just incorporate the commands into your daily routine. About 15 to 20 minutes a day. It'll keep them fresh in Tulip's mind. And we're going to show you our down commands next. The first is down from a heel position. Chrissy will use the open flat of her left palm straight down towards the ground and the one-word firm command to down.
Down. Stay.
She then gives her a stay and back out to the end of the leash. It's another great exercise to build some self-control in Tulip. You want to start this one at about 3 minutes and work your way up in increments to about 5. When Chrissy returns back to Tulip, she'll walk all the way around her as she did on the sit stay, and right back to that left-hand side. Tulip remains down throughout, and they take off heeling again. We'll show you that down command one more time.
Heel. Down.
Gives her the down again.
Stay.
And a stay, and back out to the end of the leash. And this time she'll demonstrate that recall or come command right out of the down.
Good girl.
Call her in, she comes in nice, sits right in front, and then she'll heel around the back to get right back to that left-hand side heel position. Excellent job. We'll give them a second to get lined up for our final command, which will be down from a distance. This will be the down from a distance. You're going to leave Tulip in a sit stay.
Stay.
And walk out to the end of the training leash. This is the only time you want to use your right hand to give the command. If she broke the stay, Chrissy repeats it. That's the end of the training leash. You're going to use your right hand to give the command, and Chrissy will drop her into a down. She'll then return back to her again by walking all the way around her to get back into that left-hand side heel position. Alright, we've demonstrated a few of the obedience commands that Tulip has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Tulip, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.